We've got a question from somebody now. We got time for this, right? This question, it came in on text, and Janelle wants me to talk about this. This is a guy from Markham. I won't say his name. Married for years, love my wife, don't want to leave her, but want to have sex with other people. How do I bring it up with her, and how can I find a sex therapist who will talk about it? Well, you can find a sex therapist who will talk about it.
You can definitely find somebody to help you communicate about your needs and what have you, but you're treading on very thin ice with this.
Right.
And it is an option that some people choose, the open kind of marriage, but telling your wife, Hannah, you don't do it for me anymore, or I really want to have sex with other people, she may take this very badly. And then once it's said, you can't be unsaid.
Plus, you got to figure out a way to do it so it's not someone either one of you knows. Like, it would have to be a surrogate or something, right?
Well, there's open relationships that work fine, but both people have to be on board.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be the guy bringing this up.
Well, that's the thing. Is you can start by talking about maybe fantasies, each of your fantasies, or what are things you would do, what are things you wouldn't do. And if you hear her say things like threesome, never, or other people, never, then you're not going to bring it up.
That threesome thing can backfire on you, too. What if you bring it up and she says another guy? Another guy.
There's
it can
that
backfire
too.
right in your face.
Yeah.
When we get back, this guy texted us in, and he's 52, and Laurie is going to caution him about what he doesn't want to use during sex. This is unbelievable. Dr. Laurie Betito just told me a story during the commercial break she's going to share on air when we get back. Very scary. When we return, Dr. Laurie Betito, the sex Bible for people over 50. Sexiest song ever, Dr. Laurie. That's the song that almost got me fired here 2 years ago.
Oh, boy.
We played it 5 times during the show.
Did you?
It's a woman arriving, basically.
Wow.
It's a woman arriving.
Mm-hmm.
Keep playing it low underneath this rest of this segment, Nick. What happened to the callers I had lined up here? I had like 3 of them, and they're gone. All right. They're going to ask you this other question that came in on text. My wife has never really been into sex, can go years without sex. I suspect she may have been abused in the past. Obviously a sensitive subject. I don't know how to address it.
A very sensitive subject.
Yeah.
And I'd say that that's probably, somebody who's never been interested, something's up with that. So this is somebody who absolutely needs to speak to a therapist about it. And it would be nice if they could speak together so that he understands what she's going through.
Right. You definitely, the two of you have to go, right?
I would say yes, her first, and then bring him in so that he's part of the process. Yeah.
Okay. Now, you and I were talking off the air about Jian Ghomeshi and BDSM.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing that really, even if it had been consensual, which according to Canadian Criminal Code it can't be, you can't consent to be beaten.
Well, BDSM, there's nowhere in BDSM do you get punched in the face.
That's my question to you.
And it wasn't during any kind of set out play people who engage in BDSM, it's very organized. It's consent is the biggest factor in it.
Right.
So this had nothing to do
and
with
BDSM does not include choking.
Well, it could, but that's in a completely different setting, not the way it happened there. That's for
here's
sure.
What I don't get. I mean, you're a therapist. You've been, you've heard everything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why it's not good enough
to just have regular sex.
Well, no, why it's not good enough. I just don't get. I don't get the whips, the spanking, all that jazz. Right. Why isn't it good enough just that a woman has allowed, has given you her most precious gift, which is to be inside her? I mean, I don't get it.
Well, sex is about more than that, though, I have to say. I'll just, it's a lot
I don't
more than
come
about
off as boring, but
intercourse. But listen, there's a segment of the population that enjoys this kind of thing with submission, domination, or pain associated with pleasure. And that's just under consent, though.
I shut the car door on my finger once. I wouldn't do it again.
I don't think it's the same thing Mike.
All right. This is why we have a professional. Dr. Laurie Betito, the sex Bible for people over 50. Get your ass, yes, I said ass, 2 chapters right now, Indigo, buy it, go on the internet, you can look it up. What do you got, a website?
Oh, well, it's at Amazon. It's everywhere, basically.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
You got to get this book. It's amazing. Lots of pictures for the men, because that's what we're like. And if you want me to do this segment every 2 weeks with Dr. Laurie Betito, What's Mike Ben Dixon's email address? Should we give it out?
You're funny.
Mike.bendixon@bellmedia.ca. And we got to bring you here to do a late night show.
Anytime, Mike.
Oh,
anytime.
We do. We got to bring you here to do a late night show. You know, all these Puritans in Toronto, they need you. Thanks to Nick. Thanks to Becky. Thanks to Dr. Laurie Betito. See you tomorrow, everybody. Oh, my God, I forgot to thank Janella. Janella's here filling in for Becky today, and what a fabulous job she's done. Religious woman who was not offended by the subject matter. Thanks. Thanks, Janella. That's it. That's all. Be sure to listen to Beyond the Mic live every day, Monday through Friday, noon to 1 on the Mighty News Talk 1010.